Virgo, welcome. Madame will see you now. So Virgo, what's going to happen is we're going to have a reading for the beginning of July. And by beginning of July, I mean that I have to put something on the thumbnail. In the reality though, it's just for whenever you stumble upon this video and decide to watch it. I will be showing you some pictures and saying some words about them, and with any luck there will be making up some stories, maybe one story, maybe several. I will be telling you these stories the way I can, and you will be understanding these stories the way you can. Please bear in mind, Virgo, that it is scientifically not possible to predict future with a piece of paper. However, what these pieces of paper and stories can do, they can stimulate your imagination. And your imagination is something that honestly shapes your reality. It works like this. If you see here something... Oh, should be just one card. Wait a sec. If you see here something that you might find familiar or not familiar to a situation, but still you think it's cool and you want to have it in your life, then you say, it's mine, I want it, it's my story, and it's your story. If you see here something familiar or not familiar that you do not want to have in your life, you just forget all about it, and it is just not part of your story anymore. If you want to say thank you for the reading, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, recommend it to somebody or share it with somebody. Buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description. If you don't feel like any of this but still want to say thank you, please just do something nice in the world. I don't know, do some charity work, just make somebody smile, give your friend a hug if they like hugs. If you feel like you've had a bad day, you hate everything, you hate me, there's a dislike button, hit it, don't keep it in, let it out. Alright, Virgo, let's see, what do we have here for you? We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Four of Pentacles. You stubbornly don't want to talk about something or to somebody. We have Eight of Discs and the Fox and the letter in the reverse and the dice. Okay. We have two possibilities here. Either you are preparing a surprise for somebody. I think it's a nice surprise, but up to you. And it was by chance that you discovered that they don't know something, and you decided to work in it and not tell them, so you can surprise them at the end. This is one story. Another story is that you're working on something or against something or whatever, and you just discover that the other side doesn't know about something that you're doing. And you decide to use this ignorance to your advantage. So, to put it in more neutral way, there's a very lucky turn of events that lets you discover that some people don't know something, and you start working on whatever it is to either surprise these people or use the time where they're not looking to work on something to your advantage. We have the Devil, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, we have the Beaver in the reverse, we have the Clover and the Birds both in the reverse. Okay, don't overdo it with this secrecy. Because at some point you will run out of ideas, you'll run out of resources, and there will be nobody to help you. And if you continue to persist on secrecy, all your undertaking will just fizzle out. So maybe it's just something too big for you to work alone. So if you don't communicate, if you don't seek allies, it won't work. It won't work, and moreover, if it's something that you've been working on to create something new because you want to escape something from the past will catch up to you. So let's say you were, I don't know, working on something not to come back to the old pattern of behavior, not to come back to some toxic situation, something like that. If it doesn't work out, you might just slip into your old ways. We have the Hermit in the upright. We have the Nine of Swords in the upright. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Octopus in the upright. We have the Magnifying Glass in the upright and the Sun in the reverse. You're too focused on the details here, Virgo. Yeah, big surprise. Yeah, I know, Virgo, focused on details. Yeah, we all know that. But here it is more like, oh my god, from Virgos that I know, they tend to develop a tunnel vision. And when they're stressed, when they're in a difficult situation, they tend to turn their whole attention to details and lose the view of the whole. And that doesn't do them any good, and it doesn't do anybody around them any good. So I see here losing, stopping seeing the forest for the trees. Still working hard, but not being ready, because tunnel vision, you're so immersed in it. You're not ready to listen to others. You're not ready to learn anything new about what you're doing. And that gives you a headache, and it leaves you alone, because at some point people will just stop trying to get through to you. Okay, we have the World. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. We have the Devil in the upright. We have the Otter in the reverse, the Ring in the reverse, and the Coffin or Tomb, whichever way you prefer to see it. Something's over. But I also see you leaving this toxicity behind. Maybe it was a situation that you tried to rescue and make less toxic, but it just didn't work, and you decide to leave it behind. It feels like a work situation a little bit. It also seems like maybe some friends that are no longer, how shall I put it, sometimes you have your circle of friends and you've been there as just like a living organism, but at some point you just feel that it is not your circle anymore. So whatever it is, I see you leaving these people behind, because this situation, this toxicity, it wasn't just about an abstract thingy, it was about people involved. And I think both you and them are not ready to continue it, and you cut ties here. It's a clear end. It might be leaving a work, because I see some contract being terminated. I see, well, divorce might be. I don't see here anything romantic. So either it was a marriage, if it is a divorce, it might have been a marriage where it was more work than anything else. Like, you know, you were just working on the company that was your family. And yeah, it just didn't work. So I see some contract coming to an end, some commitment coming to an end, and you're leaving some toxicity behind and finding your peace. So we have 9 of Cups in the upright. We have 4 Swords in the upright. Yeah, so finding your peace and you're finding your happiness, and the Death in the reverse and the Bear in the reverse. I think you're taking time off. Honestly, it's just enjoying the quiet. The Cross and the Man in the reverse. I see you really just going away from people. It's, you know, sometimes you can just go to some retreat or some monastery where you're not allowed to speak for a couple of days or something like that. Digital detox, a lot of sleep. No changes, no work, no efforts, no nothing. It's just you enjoying this dolce far niente, this freedom, this quiet. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. We have 10 of Pentacles in the upright. We have the 7 of Swords in the reverse. We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Elk in the reverse. We have the Bridges in the reverse and the Tower. Wow, it's so good. I'm so happy for you. Let me explain. So, remember how I said you worked on a family as if it were a business or something? Doesn't mean that it is necessarily a family, but you were there for others. You were like a mother, you were like a guide, authority figure, something like that. You were just there teaching others. You don't do it anymore. You burn the bridges, you're there alone, no fighting, no scheming, just plain happiness. This is what it is. Apply it to the situation that you left behind, whichever it might have been, be it a family, be it a work, be it a friend's situation, whatever it might be. But this is absolute bliss. And it's not only emotional bliss, and it's not only financial bliss, because I see here like it is you having enough. Maybe for the first time in your life. You just have enough. Doesn't mean that you like win a jackpot in the lottery or something like that. It's just you learn to live with what you have, maybe. But it's just enjoying yourself in the here and now. Wow. Okay, let's see what else. 3 of Pentacles in the upright, 9 of Pentacles in the upright, Prince of Cups in the upright, the Ego, the Compass in the reverse, and the Woman in the reverse. Okay, there will be a period of time where you won't know where to apply yourself. I think after a time, after you've taken your time to rest, recover, you know, just gather your bearings and everything, you'll start looking for something new. And it looks to me like you will be really like this. So I don't know, maybe I'm influenced by some personal experiences, but it looks to me like it's really a work situation. So if it's not a work situation, just translate it onto your life, okay? So let's say you had this unhappy, toxic work, you left it behind, you recovered, you did all the healing that you needed, and you are ready to begin something new, and you are just, you don't know where to go, because you don't really want to do the same thing again, obviously. So, but I think through all these experiences that you had, you become so strong that you are now in the position to choose what you want to do. You can now follow your heart. Not just, I have to go and apply for this job because this job pays well and stuff like that, or maybe because this is what I learned, or I don't know, or maybe because this is what I'm good at, even if you hate it. So I see here you choosing something with your heart. And by heart, I mean your true heart. Not something that they told you that you should like, but what you really like. And you find it. And honestly, if we're talking here about work, I see you starting something yourself. Maybe you decide to work, if you had a corporate job before that, then you might start working as a freelancer, as a consultant. Maybe you have a startup now or start a new business yourself. There will be people helping you, but you are the main person here. You will be working, and it will be all about you and not about others. Virgo, whatever it might be, I'm very, very happy for you. It's a very cool reading. And Madame will see you again.